The crowd, get another crack. Get behind for Elise, outside of Hoon Dean. Dean could load it in. Garcia can pocket it. And get rid of it. Maybe for Lamal. Manuel saw that danger. So, nice spread. Okay, just wearing back. Offside, and not for the first time.
Yeah.
So close it was. Almost Luis. Spider stayed down. Hydration break very soon. Also waiting to make a change. Spider's back up on his feet. Only to kick it down again under challenge from Kunde. Just held his ground. Foul. And it is now time for a hydration break. And while football, for decades, centuries and more, has made a fool of people who try to summarise it before the game is finished, you would have to say, at this stage,
তাই মায়া হার্বাল কোকোনাট অয়েল সিম্পল আয়োজন পার্মানেন্ট সলিউশন
নতুন সার্ফেক্সেল এক্সপার্ট ওয়াশ যা ওয়াশিং বুস্টার কঠিনটা দূর করে আর সাদা কাপড় দিয়ে করে 5 সেট পর্যন্ত সাদা আসল ওয়াশ মানে এক্সপার্ট ওয়াশ super spicy flavor in Mr. Noodle. That's right, Mom.
Deshi Paka Tomato আর secret recipe combination unique price soft and hot.
Outside Bangkok, shopping Yaki, Mukti, Fan for one number. Digitally, access, right, unsolved. নাটো পিভিসি ম্যাটেরিয়ালের সংমিশ্রণে তৈরি আইটেল উড়িত পাকা হয় না ফাঁকা হয় না আর ভাড়া এক কথায় অসম্ভব আইটেল কাজের চেয়ে কত which is the world class মজুদ নিরাপত্তা মিশন টাইপের বিকল্প ইজিলি ব্যবহার করুন পানি তৈরি করুন ইজি প্রজেক্ট ও ভার্জিন ম্যাটেরিয়াল কম্পিউটার এই আধুনিকতা লাইফবয় 90 গ্রামের প্যাকেটে কল দাও চৌধুরী নম্বর আর এক নিঃশ্বাসে গোল বলে দিতে দাও ফিফা বিশ্বকাপ 2026-এর এক্সক্লুসিভ পুরস্কার
দেশে 45,000-এরও বেশি দোকান ও অনলাইন শপে যে কোনো কেনাকাটায় চলছে 10,000 টাকার বেশি অফার পেমেন্ট মানেই বিকাশ
সব রাখে সর্বাধিক নিরাপত্তায় সব সময় নিরাপত্তা ঘরের চালের স্থায়ী সমাধান আনোয়ার সিমেন্ট শীট থেকে যুগ যুগ ভীষণ মজবুত সহজে ভাঙে আনোয়ার সিমেন্ট শীট সব সিজনে
pair of French changes. Ryan Cherky, who's a cheeky footballer with mischievous ideas, great sense of invention and improvisation, is coming on in place of Michael Elise, who's been so much fun in this competition, but who just hasn't been able to twinkle in the same way today. And the other alteration is a natural one at left back. Luca Dean replaced by Theo Hernandez.
It's surprised about Elise coming off, I must say. I thought Dembele was the likely figure.
They lost it to Doué. Limbo was rugged at the back of Chouameni. Kone. Lacroix. Kone. From Mercado. Lacroix. Mbappe needs to come to something. Doué.
A bit more men in the box than that, there was just one.
Marble came up with the ball. Playoff apart, these could be the last significant 20 minutes or so of Didier Deschamps' 14-year reign. And the Spanish embrace now for Mikel Oyarzabal, whose first half penalty set the tone and set Spain on their way.
He's a quiet hero of this Spain squad, much appreciated by everybody.
That was Ferran Torres who replaced him. Lamal. Torres was offside. Go for Dembele. Checking. Doué. By Doué too heavily for Mbappe.
The story at France's game so far. Not quite on it. Not good enough.
Chalamet, another award-winning French-born actor who wears the cockle on his breast. Kone. Mbappe driving away from Lamal, who left the foot in. Superstar on the other.
Been such a team effort though, hasn't it? Even an attacking player like Lamine Yamal is prepared to sprint back and help out.
It's remarkable actually, it's the 11th time that Lamal and Mbappe have lined up against each other for club and country. Lamal has won 8 of the first 10. He's 2-0 up now. And Lamal, remember, also has this equally extraordinary record of only having won tournament football matches in which he has started. Dembele's delivery. The referee saw contact on Rodri. played. It's an indication of their depth that Petri isn't getting into the starting 11 at the moment. Olmo again, massively appreciated, as indeed in central midfield is Fabian Ruiz. Petri is one of their young delights, and Mikel Merino is a substitute who will strike fear into the heart of any opponent, having scored from the bench late and decisively in each of Spain's last 2 games. Look out for him.
Yes, sir. He got some high quality. Any easier for France?
Petri. Ferran Torres with the header. Plays just the wrong side from his perspective.
Well, that would have been it. He knows his players are nowhere near at it today. It'd be easier if in 3.
Correa. Minor. By Lacroix. Again by Petri. France with a tearing rush now. Inside the last 12 with the regular 90. And they need to score twice. And they're capable of scoring twice. Upamecano. Doué. Hernandez. Someone inactive again. Merino. Petri. It's meant to be like this. It hasn't been like this for a long time. France haven't lost a World Cup game by 2 goals since 2010. That was a competition that went horribly badly for them.
We've been the best team in the tournament so far by common consensus. I think that today, a lot has been sensational.
Like Bruce, who've seen it all, shake their heads.
A measure of how well Spain are playing, that Deschamps thrown everything at it really off his bench, and still Spain looking in control and probably the more likely to get the next goal.
It's a measure, Alan, of just how excellent Deschamps has been. Going out in the semi-finals as they might will feel to some extent like failure for France.
Yeah. And especially with the squad that he's got, the way that they've played in this tournament, everybody fancied them.
Sifted forward quickly towards Mbappe. What a good read by Simon. But it's come out here to Desiré Doué, and Simon got back.
What a game he's had. I think Kovacic had got back on the line anyway, so Doué is always up against it to score here. And Simon, he's been off his line many times. I mean, that's not the best clearance, but he's been so decisive, the keeper.
Doué. Keep the dream alive for France. Spot by Porro, who's living his dream, but has stayed down injured. France can't wait for him. Mbappe. Tchouameni. Koundé. Laporte missed it. Kovacic didn't.
That's a exciting mistake from a Spain defender.
Hernandez. Doué. Hernandez. Ooh. Simon was very brave there, and he's taken one, I think, full in the face. Hernandez, without question, meant no harm at all. was an entirely accidental collision, but that doesn't help Unai Simon, who is reeling. Yeah. Marcos Llorente. Alex Baina is the other player to give way. His replacement is Nico Williams, of whom we've seen too little at this competition, really, for a player of such talent. Beset by one injury after another, holding up his glittering young. Well, both Spanish inside the last 6 minutes of the night. Correa left it behind. Nico Williams went fighting in to try and retrieve it. Lacroix.
Really got Turkey on the ball in good areas, centrally, yeah. That's why he's on there.
And there's Dembele. That's for a free kick. Possibly tight to him. And France have no option now but to load it up. These are moments they are obliged to maximise. Upamecano up from centre half. Dembele rather flat. Not by Llorente.
Been flat all night, all afternoon, Dembele.
Spain have looked entirely unruffled, untroubled. Seen one thing that Nico Williams did something here. Away from him by Chouameni. Cherki. Koundé. Dembele, Cherki. Dembele. Doué. Oh, good kick against Lamar, and right on the cusp of the penalty area.
Up to his fair share of defending, Lamar. Does clip his man. It's a map. The corner. Difficult to beat a keeper from here. But if anybody can, Kylian Mbappe might.
Kylian Mbappe must. Is an obligation for the French icon. Now or never. Kylian Mbappe.
Not today, I think. Not today.
Resignation. Profound disappointment. Just a goal kick.
Hernandez coming across, maybe not enough. See the penalty. Got hold of each other. But Yamal, yeah, he's not good on the score sheet, but he's got through an awful lot of work. He gave Luca Dean a bit of a torrid time. Of course, won that.
Kone. The 90th minute. Let's rescue this. What a rescue it will be. Kone. Cherki Hernandez. Ryan Cherki. Cucurella got across and see how they mark that mark. As if he'd scored. He conceded a corner. Doué. Dembele. Out by Kubasi. Djourmeni. Koundé. Mbappe. Out by Laporte. Kone. Hernandez. Cherki. Kone.
They have been absolutely superb defensively. They really have. Cucurella, the late pitch to come to the fore. No wonder he celebrates it. Nicks it off Mbappe's toes.
Minutes into 7 added on. Laporte. And they're away from Nico Williams. Nico Williams. Oh, Spanish emotion. Between the bars of Madrid and Valencia and Barcelona. Hernandez. Koundé. Mbappe. Forced wide by Kubasi. Cucurella. Pedri.
Just easing their way to victory. France haven't got it in them. The man to fight back here, it seems.
We'll set the ball. In the back row, some of the great Spanish greats of yesteryear, some of the class of 2010 who went in the way, all the way in South Africa. Casillas was a goalkeeper, sometimes impossible to beat. Unai Simon falls into the same bracket. Remember, Spain have only been to the World Cup final once before. For a country of such profound talent and football culture, that in itself is a shock. There's Nico Williams. Williams walks it behind.
No worth the punt, maybe. Sometimes it can squirm per keeper's legs.
Four-time European champions, 3 of the last 5, Spain. Since they won the World Cup in 2010, out in the group stage, and Brazil 2014 out against Russia in Russia on penalties in 2018, out in the last 16 on penalties last year. Turkey, Dembele! Finds the keeper's gloves.
Rare effort on target. Hits it early. Been totally outplayed. France totally outplayed. It's been as close to perfection as you're going to see really from Spain today. Hard to pick out an individual. It's been such a wonderful team effort. Everybody's been an out of 10 at least. Exceptional from the Spaniards here.
Correa, he has boundless energy. Pedri to Correa. Playing for fun now. Lamal.
You have to give a mention to his midfielders because they've been superb in protecting the defence. Rodri's been absolutely outstanding. Fabian Ruiz not far behind. And that's made it so difficult for France.
2-8. Dembele, the final minute of stoppage time. It's surely too late now. Ousmane Dembele beaten out by Simon. Kone, 2-8. Mbappe. And the story is told. And the handshakes begin, and the embraces will follow. And beyond that, there may be tears of joy, and for the French, of sadness and resignation. There's an Argentine shirt. Perhaps the next opponent for Spain will see. A spectacular Spanish display. Spain, the European champions, will play the World Cup final. Mbappe and France retreat. This time it will not be for Deschamps and his fantastic cohort. Spain will have their day. Spanish eyes will smile. Their performance today, immaculate. Deschamps, as profoundly disappointed as he is bound to feel, must agree.